Best IEMs for gaming, whether you're into explosions, you're into the finer details, you want to hear all the footprints and footsteps and little positional cues to give away where your enemies are. This video is for you. Hey friends, Tim here, welcome back to another video on Thieaudio, and today we have the 2022 update to the best IEMs for gaming and movies. We're gonna cover quite a lot of IEMs today in various different categories. 4 of them to be exact. The categories are immersiveness, explosion, precision, and organic. In each category, I'll be giving you various options as well, starting from the budget, the lowest of prices, all the way up to the I have all the money in the world prices. Quick disclaimer, these are by no means all the good choices on the market. These are just the ones I love and have tested and personally own myself out of the few hundreds of IEMs that I've tried. Now, before we jump into the list, there's actually a big giveaway going on right now for 4 different items. This giveaway is hosted in collaboration with HiFiGo.com, one of the best audio stores out there for budget gear all the way up to high-end enthusiast gear. The 4 items we're giving away includes the HiFiGo leather neck strap, the HiFiGo leather cable clip, the Les Gumiho planar IEMs, one of the newest planar out on the market today. This one is really solid. I tested it out myself at an audio show last weekend. It is a very safe $50 set, great planar IEM for the price. And last but not least, we're giving away the Kinera Gram mic cable. This is one of the most crucial piece of accessories you can have when using IEMs for gaming. The one biggest problems I always have when using IEMs for gaming is that the cables or the stock cables are usually very short. Now this fixes that problem. It has a really long cable, comfortable for leaning back and gaming for hours. It also comes with a microphone as well, and you can attach any IEMs onto these cables. There are 2 different options for connectors, 2-pin or MMCX. Just take a look at your collection. If you own more 2-pin IEMs, then get the 2-pin version of this. If you own more MMCX connector IEMs, then get the MMCX version, or get both. Why not? But yes, this is one of the 4 items included in this month's giveaway. There will be only one winner who would win all 4 items. And if you're wondering who's the lady who's wearing all this on the giveaway poster, that is Yumu, the co-founder of HiFiGo Store. Yes, she's modeling for us today, wearing all 4 equipments that you'll be getting if you're the winner. To enter the giveaway, it is very simple. Number 1, be subscribed to this channel. Number 2, comment down below one of your most favorite game of all time and also your favorite IEMs or audio equipments as well. Number 3 is to follow the link in the description below to take you to the giveaway page itself. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's finally jump into the actual list. Our first category is immersion. Now, this category, I would describe it as IEMs that give you the biggest feeling stage or the widest sounding stage to give you the full immersion into the world. If you're playing an open world game and you want to hear your surroundings without the feeling of congestion or claustrophobia, these next 3 IEMs are for you. Starting with the lowest price in this category, sadly I couldn't get a super budget set because IEMs that does soundstage well typically have a little bit of a higher price tag. So the lowest one we're going to start off today is $79 with the Dunu Titan S. The Dunu Titan S is the widest soundstage you can get under $100. It has great detail performance as well. The sound signature is balanced for the most part with enough amount of bass to be fun, while at the same time leaning enough towards the higher frequencies to give you that open soundstage feeling. Next, we're gonna jump all the way to $540, which is a lot of money and a big jump, I understand, but I really wanted to pick something that will be a significant step up from the Dunu Titan S to be worth putting in this list. And this one is truly that option. This is the Moondrop's Variations. If you're talking super wide soundstage and clean sound all together with really good amount of sub bass for the fun, an all-rounder in every sense, while at the same time giving you that immersiveness that you want. The Variations sit amongst the top of my options period for many things that I've tried, especially under $1,000. Amazing set right here, and though pricey, it actually plays ball with the more expensive set in the $800 to $900 to even $1,000. So value-wise, even though it's $500, it is one of the best value you can grab for high-end IEMs. And last in this category, for those of you who have really deep pockets, this one comes in at $1,100 and it has the most ridiculous feeling soundstage of any IEMs that I've heard, short of $2,000. This thing is fantastic. It is hailed to be the head stage king, which means the space above your head, the openness that you feel is uncontested. This one is one of the best on the market for that. And this is the Campfire Audio Andromeda 2020. Amazing. Just flat out amazing, has all the soundstage you want, such a wow factor IEM with enough amount of bass to be fun as well. Incredible choice right here. It wows me every single time I hear it, and it's one of those IEMs that I would consider a unique IEM as well, which means that it stands out amongst the rest of the market. One of the very few that can do it. Next category, we have the explosive category. If you want to have the most amount of fun with your games or your movies, you want to hear all the deep rumbles of a tank driving past by, airplanes swooping in, the explosion, all that fun element, these next 4 IEMs are for you. The first option, our budget pick, the $50 Tripowin Mele. Now this has a lot of bass, good upper mid-range energy as well, so vocal still comes across nice and forward, while at the same time you get all the rumbling, all the hits and slam that you want. Another great thing about the Mele is that it is good for long music listening session. The sound signature on this is a little bit more laid back. It doesn't have a lot of treble, so for those of you who want to lounge around, relax and listen to music for hours, the Mele is very easy to listen to while at the same time delivering the fun that you want in all your games. The next set is considered almost a juggernaut of bass. It has a lot of bass while at the same time having good detail performance and a decent soundstage as well. This is the $159 IKKO OH10. Overall, an upgrade over the Mele in almost every single way. The bass is rumblier, there's more of it. The treble is more, so it displays more details and has wider soundstage than the Mele. Overall, a worthy upgrade if you want to spend the extra money. Now, if the last set was considered almost the juggernaut, this set is certainly the juggernaut of bass. This is the Maestro Mini by Fatfreq. $430, and this has all the bass you ever want. A lot of sub bass, good amount of mid bass as well, while at the same time keeping the mid range and the treble area nicely correct and balanced, so vocals still comes across natural. You still get a decent amount of detail level from the treble area as well, while at the same time having some of the most monstrous feeling and amount of bass possible in an IEM without completely just drowning everything out, that is. The Fatfreq Maestro Mini is truly a unique IEM, and if you're looking for that fun bass and the most amount possible for the maximum amount of fun possible, I can recommend no further than the Maestro Mini. The last set in this category is a bass monster. Now, it doesn't have the amount of bass that the Maestro Mini has. That one is unique all by itself. But in terms of bass texture, how hard it hits, how realistic it comes across, and how large it feels, this is king. The most nuanced and detailed bass response on the planet. And this one is the Sony IER-Z1R. When we're talking about bass, this is basically the god amongst men. However, it's not the only great quality that the Z1R has. This thing also has top tier end game level detail performance and a really wide soundstage as well. Of course, you're spending $1,700 for this thing. You better get almost everything on your checklist checked out in terms of maximum bass fun and maximum bass realism, while at the same time having great qualities across the board in every other category. Top pick. Next category, we have precision details. Now this is going to be similar to the immersive category, where the IEMs typically have a wider soundstage and a little bit of a bright leaning signature, but in these 3 IEMs cases, they have a little bit of an extra sauce in extra crispy details. And this mainly helps you with positional cues, footsteps, and all those small little sounds that you hear throughout your gaming and movie experience. And same thing with the immersive category. There's not a cheap option in this category either, because when we're talking high levels of details, IEMs tend to have to be a little bit more pricey. The reality is budget IEMs just don't do details quite as well. So the first IEM right here, we're gonna start off with $150 Letshuoer S12. Now this is fantastic, has a lot of headroom, really wide soundstage, while at the same time being able to pick out a lot of little nuances. For $150, this is probably the most bang for buck IEM you can get. The level of details you get here is more akin to IEMs that cost around $400 to $500. Not only that, this also has quite a fun bass to go along with it as well. And bonus, this goes on sale so often. Sometimes you'll find it for $130, which is even more of a great deal considering $150 is already one of the best bang for buck out there. Next IEM, we're gonna jump all the way up to $700 because, like I said again, the S12, the previous IEM, performs around the $400 to $500. So anything that falls within that range is not really a big enough upgrade from the S12. So we're gonna jump over to what is a good upgrade to the S12. This is a Sennheiser IE600. Really fun sub-bass signature with a lot of treble. You get a lot of little micro nuances with this. Of course, wide soundstage as well with a really nice clean mid-range to go along with it. Vocals are correct, details is nice, and bass is really strong and fun as well. All-rounder IEM and a worthy upgrade to the S12. Did I also mention this is extremely small of an IEM and super comfortable to wear for long hours as well. And the last IEM in this category displays details like no other IEM. In terms of note definition, how cleanly each note comes across, this one is the cleanest and the most crispy. Imagine every other IEM or most other IEMs playing in 1080p, and this one is playing in 4K. That should give you an idea of the level of details that this has. And of course, the soundstage is some of the widest on the market right now as well. For the big boards and the deep pockets, this one is Anole VX by QDC. I've talked about this so much on the channel. It is one of my most favorite IEMs of all time. I use this personally almost every single day. If you want details, if you want clean, crispy notes, clean, crispy footstep, everything, this is one of the top picks, period. And the last category, we have organic listen. If you want an IEM for enjoying the background music, if you want the most natural vocals in your movies, the most balanced and natural sound in general, then these next 4 IEMs are for you. The first one, the budget pick, $20. This is the 7Hz Zero. Very natural tuning, good amount of bass, never too much, decent extension in the treble area as well, and also a very correct mid-range. This is gonna give you an organic vocal experience while at the same time make your music, any genre that you play on this, sound quite nice and balanced. Very versatile IEM, $20, extremely great value. Now, there's another alternative option to this. If you want just a little bit more brightness to your sound signature than the 7Hz Zero, then you can go for the Moondrop Chu instead. Largely the same sound signature, the Chu is just a little bit brighter. Next one on the list is similar in sound signature to the 7Hz Zero, but with a little bit more of a laid-back quality in the top end, still decent treble extension, still good amount of bass. The detail level on this is an upgrade over the 7Hz Zero as well. And this one coming in at $200 is the new Dunu Talos. Great IEM right here with 2 different sound signature options. Though for me, I recommend the stock tuning with the switch turned to the number 1. This will give you the most natural playback of the movies and the music in your games. The other tuning option does add more details and more treble to this IEM, but it does come at a cost of being a little bit too much, a little bit too fatiguing. Moving up in the list, we have one of my most favorite IEMs when it comes to vocals. It sounds the most natural and realistic on these 2 sets, and these are the Oracles, Oracle Mark 1 and Oracle Mark 2 by Thieaudio. Balanced and realistic sounding in every sense of the word. The Oracle Mark 1 is gonna sound a little bit more balanced than the Mark 2, but the Mark 2 has better details and also better treble area. Both of them are great options and great value for the price. The Mark 1 comes in at $540 and the Mark 2 comes in at $50 more, $589. And the last one in this category can be described as the bigger brother to the Oracles that I just talked about. This one is the Monarch Mark II. Take everything that I said about the Oracle and apply it to the Monarch Mark II with an upgrade in detail performance. Overall, the sound signature is very similar. The Oracle, I would say, is a little bit more natural, but the Monarch Mark II for $1,000 is a clear improvement in overall detail performance. Alright, that is it for all of our 4 categories of gaming IEMs. I hope you guys enjoyed the list. I'll leave a link to as many as I can in the video description below. But before we end this video, there is another IEM that I want to mention. One IEM that is an all-rounder in every sense and sits amongst the top of the best IEMs for gaming, for music, for movies, in everything that I've personally tried. And this one definitely deserves its own video, so I'm not going to go into great details here, but the IEM is called the Elysian Annihilator. Alright, that is truly it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to enter the giveaway link below again. And with that being said, subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye.